Hi class, it's Katie here again, and today I'm going to show you how to use Canvas. This is basically a crash course for Canvas if you're a new student that needs it, or if you're a teacher that's just looking for more insight on what it is on the student's end for Canvas, or if you have a student with a specific problem. I hope this can help. So this is what it looks like when you first log into Canvas. This is the same for every student. It might look different in formatting and just like colors and symbols up here depending on what school you go to, but that doesn't affect the breakdown of what Canvas actually is and does. So the very first thing I want to show you is over here to the right we have the to-do list. This is definitely the most important part of Canvas because it shows you all of the upcoming assignments that you have and tests and all of those things, but it also shows if you have recent announcements from teachers and things like that that you need to look at and figure out. It's a super duper awesome resource. And then if you scroll just below it, you can see that there's a recent feedback thing, and that shows you all of the different grades and comments teachers have on your assignments. So it's a great way to check if something has been graded and see how you did on it without having to go navigate through the whole class. So one of my very favorite life hacks about Canvas is you can click on these three dots and go to list view, and then it shows everything that needs done on the days that it's due. It's very similar to the to-do list, but it's a little different and helps you visualize it a little bit better, which makes it a whole lot easier for me. The only catch is your assignment has to have a given due date. If it doesn't have a given due date, it won't show up, and it makes it a lot harder to get it done, and because you won't be aware. So I would always just use that as a general, and just know that you might have assignments that aren't going to be on there, so you'll always be checking. So then, when you first set up your Canvas account, you can click here and go to Settings, and then you can click right here on this, and this is how you upload your profile picture. You can click Choose a Picture, and it will load up your desktop, and you can pick a picture from there, or you can take a picture, but I'm going to cancel that before I get looking too crazy. And so then I'm going to show you how to navigate a course. So we're going to use this class to show you how to navigate the modules. So you go to the home page, and then there will be a modules category over here on the left. This is by far the easiest way to navigate Canvas, and if you are a teacher watching this, please put your assignments in modules because it makes the students' lives 100 times easier to understand what's going on. So as you can see, the modules are here in blocks. So here is just like the orientation module, which was awesome. And then there's a Unit 1 module, and everything that you need to get done, and even like the exams are put in there. It makes it so easy to understand what you're doing and what else you need to get done. And it helps you find the lessons and stuff too easier that way. You can also go and find different things, such as Pages is a place where you can click and find all of the lectures if they aren't there. So see, this is all of the lectures in A to Z order, which is kind of hard because it's not in order of what you need to learn it by. It's in order by what it is. And so that makes it a little bit trickier, but it's still a super way to do it. But that's pretty much the only other way to find your assignments. So to show you what a discussion post is, I'm going to come to this class, which you can navigate by clicking on your courses and then clicking on the name of your class, and it will take you to your next class. So then we're going to go to discussion posts and click here to look at the discussion posts. And these are just awesome because they facilitate class learning and class discussions. I love them because as long as you require a certain number of posts, students get on there and they interact, and they'll even do more than the required posts just because they like to talk to each other and learn, and they build off each other. It's a super duper awesome resource. And so with this class, see, we have daily talks that we write about, but after that, we get down to the end and see people comment back and just talk about what they said and what they liked, what they disliked, what they agree, different thoughts on all of it. It is so cool that way. And it just honestly, it makes such an awesome way to create a personable environment in a learning community, which I think is one of the hardest tasks in a learning class. There are also, when you're submitting assignment, so we'll go and look, and we'll say, oh, what's next to be done? I need to do this assignment. So I'd click on the assignment and pretend I just wrote the paper for it. I'd click Submit Assignment, because when you go back, you can see that when you just click on the assignment, there's not a place that you can submit it. You have to go up here and click Submit Assignment. I would always submit my assignments in a PDF file if the assignment will allow you to do that, because I have never had any problem submitting a PDF file, but I have with pretty much every other type of file you can think of. So I would definitely do that because it's just the safest. Using a Google Doc can work, but it doesn't work as well. And sometimes there can be problems within that. So I would definitely be super careful if that's what you're picking to do. So those are the basics of how to navigate and submit assignments and how to work an assignment. But if you need to find an announcement or something, you click on the announcements, and there are all of the announcements that I've had for this class. And so then announcements are easy to find, but then you go to the inbox, and when you message someone in the inbox, it's designed to sort of work like email, but it really doesn't, and it's really not user-friendly, in my opinion. I have had so many problems with it, and it just shows you all of the different messages you've ever had. So I can scroll down, and this is everyone I've ever had, but it's not like it shows you new ones, and you have to delete whole conversations if you want to get rid of them. There's not a difference between a sent and a received folder. It's all in the same box, and it's just messy and kind of frustrating. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you guys was this calendar. This is probably one of the easiest ways to stay organized and stay on track, which is so hard to do with an online class sometimes. But you can get in this online calendar, and it shows you the entire month, all of the assignments you have, and what you need to do to get them done. It's a great way for planning ahead, and it's also a great way to track and see what you're doing. But let's say I'm dropping political science or something. I can click that button, and then everything I had to do for that was gone. And I can unclick it, and it's back. So that's pretty cool. And so now I'm dropping that. Oh, now all of that is gone. That's kind of wild. You can also create your own events. It really wants me to do that by hitting this plus up here. And so let's say right now I have to make a screen recording. And then submit it and make a screen recording. And then you can add details if you want. Submit it. Now here's the cool thing. It shows up right here that I need to make a screen recording by 11:59 tonight. I can go to my dashboard and look. It shows me right here that I need to do it. I can do it on card view, And right up here, it shows me that I need to make a screen recording. So you can use that to even put in work shifts and things like that. So you can add to your calendar to make sure it's all in the same place, which is so helpful. And if you utilize that tool, it can make your life so much more streamlined. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment here in the video below. But also, don't be afraid to use the IT service desk here under the question. Obviously, there's some orientation stuff too that you might want to look at first, but the IT service desk people are so nice. I've had a couple of times where I've had some technological issues and they've been able to help me out. They're just very personable and they're really nice and understanding. They're not scary, so I would for sure use that if you can. It is just such a great and nice thing that you can just use, and they're so helpful, and they realize that sometimes you have deadlines and they're quick and they're good to even write up a thing to send to your professor so you can be like, hey, look, I really was trying to get this done. Look, they were trying to help me. It was something weird happening. It was an actual technology issue. And that's super much more believable than just being like, hey, professor, my computer wasn't working. And so that can help you if you have a real technology issue too. So don't be afraid to reach out to them. Canvas is not scary. It's a little tricky at first, but once you get a hang of it, it makes class so much easier. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and you're all learning about how to use Canvas, and that good luck with all your studies.